Hey everyone, welcome to our channel, Living in Houston. My name is Brandon Womack, and this is my wife, Princess Womack. If you like our channel, if you like our content, please like and subscribe to our channel. Our contact information is below if you want to reach out to us. We are both local real estate agents in the Houston area. So if you have any questions, if you want to reach out to us, please send us an email, give us a phone call. We'll be glad to get in contact with you and answer any questions. And today we're going to be talking about 10 reasons to move to Houston. Number one on our reasons to move to Houston is the cost of living. Houston is cheaper than 73% of the cities in the United States. So it is fairly cheap to live in Houston. And also it is in the city of Texas. It's actually one of the cheapest places to live for a major city. So it's cheaper than Dallas and Austin. So it is cheaper in that sense. In comparison, it is 179% more expensive to live in San Francisco than it is to live in the city of Houston.
Houston is located in Harris County, and the median home price in Harris County is $285,000. However, in the city of Houston, the median home price is $300,000. So here in Houston, because of the median home price being so low, you naturally just get more for your money.
Another fact about Houston that makes it cheaper is there is no income tax. So unlike most other states that have income tax, there is no income tax in Houston, so that is a cost savings that you will receive by moving to the Houston area.
Houston's cost of living is below average in grocery, health, housing, and utilities.
Number two on our list of reasons to move to Houston is the job market. Houston is the home to a lot of large corporations such as Shell, HP, Halliburton. Also, Houston has a low unemployment rate compared to other major cities.
Houston is also the home to one of the largest medical centers in the United States. So if you are in the medical field, nurse, doctor, any of those professions, this is a great place for you to be because there are plenty of jobs. Also, if you are a teacher or you work in schools, Houston and the surrounding suburbs have a ton of schools. I know everywhere has a ton of schools, but moving from California to here, there's so many schools here. So there's so many opportunities for teachers to work here. So if you are in that profession and you're looking to work with kids and students, this may be the place for you. Number 3 on our list of reasons to move to Houston is it is very family friendly. If you are looking for a place to raise your family with lots of things to do, Houston may be the place for you. There is always something to get into here in Houston. One thing we like to do is take our kids to museums. On Thursdays, the museums in Houston are free. So we can take our family of 5 to museums, all the museums down there. We like to museum hop and spend the entire day down there and not spend anything. That's amazing to me. Didn't grow up in an area where you could do that.
Yeah, and also the suburbs in Houston, it's like small communities, it's like your own little city. And so you get to know everybody in that little area. So even though Houston is very large, you still get a family environment in those areas where you live. If you live out in the suburbs of Houston, and even if you live in downtown Houston, in those areas, they still have a lot of community events that go on. A lot of things are related around kids and activities to be outside and be with your family. So everyone kind of still has that feel of wanting to be around family.
And there are a ton of parks. So a ton of parks with trails that you can walk, ride bikes, any of those things. So great outdoor activities that you can do with your family. And Houston is the home of several major league sport teams. So if you like to get into that with your family, that's also an option.
Also, Houston has a very active theater district. Downtown Houston has a lot of theaters. They have a lot of shows that come to the Houston area. We've always go down to there to see a couple of them. We've seen The Lion King and Stomp multiple times. So it's something that we like to do. If you like to experience those type of things, those things are available to you in addition to concerts. And, it's a large city, so a lot of major artists come to the area. Houston Rodeo is a big event that we have every year. It's a huge, huge event. We have a lot of large artists that will come perform there, and plus all the activities of being in a Houston rodeo. You get to see the bull roping and the cowboys, and get all the rodeo carnival food. So that's always a great event. It happens every year.
If you are into water activities, Houston has several of those. We are very close to Lake Houston. We are also very close to Galveston and Kemah, which has boardwalk and can be great activity for your family. So if you're into those type of things, outdoor activities, Houston has plenty.
Number 4 on our list is schools. Houston is home to a lot of very sought after schools in the area, a lot of prestigious schools with a lot of long history. And there are a lot of colleges and universities in the area as well. So if you have children that are of that age that are going to college, they have a lot of universities here. Rice University is ranked very highly around the nation, around the world actually. And so it is one of the schools that is very sought after. We also have University of Houston, TSU, Prairie View, all these different schools in the area. The high schools are enormous in
Yes.
Houston, very, very large. Due to the large population and the density of people, we have a lot of large schools, a lot of newer schools. They're rebuilding a lot of schools now with very good reputations, all the way down to elementary school.
Number 5 on our list is warm weather. Houston doesn't really get that cold. So the majority of the year you're able to be outside, enjoy outdoor activities. You don't really have to have winter clothes, so to say. We say we need winter clothes, but
Yeah,
really
we're
you just need a jacket because we're used to the warm weather, so anything makes us cold. So that's a great thing about Houston. You can be outside all the time and you can swim the majority of the year. The only months you really can't swim, where it's usually too cold without a heated pool, is probably November, December, maybe January, February. By March, you're swimming again. So that's definitely a reason to move to Houston.
I moved here from Michigan, and so I came from a very cold climate, lots of snow, and I moved here to Houston, and it was definitely an adjustment. So I had to adjust to the heat, but it was a welcome adjustment. So if you want to escape snow, ice, cold, which I am full blown Houston now, I can't take the cold at all. It's 70 degrees. I have a hat on and a jacket, and I'm cold. So if you want to escape that, Houston is definitely the place to be.
Number 6 on our list is housing costs. Houston has a lower housing cost than many other cities. Um, that's one of the reasons I moved here. I was young and wanted to go to grad school and just knew I couldn't afford to live in Southern California and not have a substantial amount of debt trying to go to grad school. So I packed up and moved to Houston, where I could afford to live in an apartment on my own for half, if not more, of the cost than what I was paying in California. So Houston is a great place to move if you are moving from one of those states where the cost of housing is high.
Number 7 on our list is cultural diversity. Houston is a largely populated area from people all over the world. So if you want to experience different cultures, this is definitely a place to be. They have a cultural festival downtown Houston where they have all these different cultures. There's always some festival for a different culture. They'll have African American history festivals, they'll have Indian festivals, they'll have Asian festivals. So all these different things are always going on in downtown Houston. The food is amazing as well. So if you want to go to different restaurants that have different types of food, you can do that as well. But it's definitely a melting pot of different types of people, and they're all in one location, and you get to experience all that in one area. Number 8 on our list of reasons to move to Houston is the food. Houston has a ton of restaurants and a lot of things to experience. We just researched the top 10 restaurants in Houston, and we used to go restaurant hopping all the time before we had kids. But now it's a whole new list, so we have all these new experiences that we get to try. So you can find Asian food, you can find Indian food, any type of culture that you're looking for, you can find that type of food. You can go fine dining, you can go cheap, casual dining. They have local restaurants. Of course, it's Texas, so it's known for barbecue. So if you like that type of thing, barbecue is plentiful in
And
Texas.
Tex-Mex.
And
If you
Tex-Mex.
like Tex-Mex,
Yes.
then it is plentiful.
It is a different breed of Mexican foods. She's from California, so she always talks about it. She's like, this isn't right. This isn't
It's
the
not
right
the
type of
same.
food. It's not the same. But it's Tex-Mex. So it's a different thing. It's an adjustment. So when you come here and you go to a Mexican restaurant, very good food. I love Tex-Mex food. So, but it is a little different than what you may be expecting if you're from an area with a different culture. So
Number 9 on our list of reasons to move to Houston are the people. The people here are really nice, really friendly. You really never meet a stranger. Everywhere I go, at least, I meet someone that I could talk to.
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely when you hear Southern hospitality, Texas is one of those places where everybody, pretty much speaks. Everybody's very cordial, everybody's polite, good manners. Everybody says yes sir, no sir, all that type of thing. So everybody's very friendly and very inviting. So Houston is definitely one of those places where you can get ingrained in the community very easily and find the community that works best for you. Number 10 on our list of reasons to move to Houston is sports. Houston is the home to many, many sports teams. We have the Houston Texans, the Houston Astros, the Houston Dynamo, the Houston Dash, that's women's soccer team, and the men's soccer team, for those of you who aren't familiar. We have the Rockets, Houston Rockets as well. So we have a lot of sports teams, and even though they're not playing that well right now, we still have them here, and it's still opportunity to go out and experience events. The venues are great. It's definitely a good experience to take the family out. And we also have college sports as well. So University of Houston is an up and coming large sports powerhouse as well in basketball and football. Rice University. And so we have all these great sports activities. So if you're into that and those type of experiences, this is definitely a place that you want to be.
And not even that. I think Texas is one of the only places that I've been that has teams for your kids, club teams for kids. So they start them young. Your kids start at 3 or 4 here, and they play whatever sport they enjoy, whatever sport they love, until they go to high school and college. And so Texas is just a big, Houston itself is just a huge sport city.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks again for watching our video, 10 Reasons to Move to Houston. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe and like and hit the bell so you can be notified when we post new videos. We post videos all the time about Houston and the surrounding areas.
Our contact information is below. If you want to reach out to us, if you have any questions, please send us an email. You can call us. We will get back to you and reach out to you as well. But thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time.